And I believe that I might have solved the problem, but I'm not sure yet. See if we're live for me, please, Kai.
Yeah, and I'm doing it right now. So far nothing's popping up.
Okay, so
So
far
far,
nothing.
so far, so far.
Okay, still nothing.
Nah.
Okay, no worries. I am going to remedy
With a
this
couple more
problem.
seconds.
I'm gonna put this over onto another screen so it's not super ugly. But it says in stream. It's all right. So it's telling me that I'm live right now.
Yeah. We
All
live,
right,
we live.
we're live. All right, perfect,
Yeah.
beautiful. So we're
Hold on,
back
hold on, hold on.
finally after years of technical difficulties. I had to fight off 3 polar bears. I had to build an internet tower, and then I had to
Yes,
discover
sir. We
electricity
live.
for the second time. But we're live. I built a dinosaur in the spare time. I'll show it to you guys later. But for now, we've got some fights to show you guys. We are back. We're gonna have to redo this first fight. It was a banger the first time, so hopefully it will follow
Yes,
up
sir.
the second time.
Can I just get a round of applause for Frank, man? He
No, I
fixed
didn't
it.
do anything
After
special.
after hard and sweat, he finally fixed it.
I did nothing special, I promise. But I believe that we are back in business. So let us commence with the festivities and
Oh, Frank.
let's see what we can have happen. So we are starting things off with Samurai Robin versus Axe Murderer War. This was a great fight the first time, but unfortunately for these competitors, that didn't count. Well, it's fortunate for one because he gets another crack at it. I'm not going to spoil how this fight went the first time, but it was a good one. We'll see if we're in for that again. It's going to be starting off in the heavyweight division, and hopefully these guys just, have a gentleman's agreement to keep the same fight. They had Cyril Gane versus John Jones last time, and we will see if that is the matchup that we get again here in the Encore Run Back replay. Once again, guys, so sorry for all the technical difficulties. If we still have technical difficulties going, like if there's audio or anything like that, just let us know in the chat, and I'll be sure to try and take care of that as soon as I am able to. But yeah, I believe that things are ready for us to just hit this transition button to get the actual fight on screen. That could have been disastrous if I didn't have that, right? But
Yes,
get a
sir.
little volume on this, and we should be in business. Samurai Robin taking on
We
Axe
like.
Murderer War,
Yes,
heavyweight
sir.
division. I'm looking forward to this one, Kai. Hopefully, we can actually get things going this time and just keep all the energy and all the good times and all the violence up. So
True, true. Quick view. John Jones for Expert are really good. Use it in a fair way. Somewhere Robin really technical fight, and these guys will fight each other many times. 16-8 right now. So this is gonna be a good one. We do know how the first fight went when it was not streaming. I'm not gonna give the results, but it was a good fight,
it
and
was a
they
good fight.
learned. At least one of them really clearly showed. Unfortunately, they game plan. So let's see if he's gonna make adjustments. Probably should, because if not, E5 won't last long because our opponent will just camp on it and make his adjustments,
Yeah,
and then
we'll
that
see.
will beat you.
It looks like these guys are wasting no time with the feeling out process. They got that in the last fight, and now they are off to a fast and furious start. Both gentlemen trading kicks. A huge pull uppercut there. Didn't do quite the damage I thought it would, but
Oh,
that
there we go.
takedown might put him in a
Oh, there
position
we
to
go.
do something as this fight goes forward. So now we've got Axe Murderer on top with John Jones.
Uh-oh.
It's not where you want to be, generally speaking, on the ground with John Jones on top of you. With 4 minutes left in the round, Kai, things are off to a great start for Axe Murderer, but if
Yes,
you're
sir.
Robin, how are you feeling?
Uh, no, not fast, but let's say that that Murder is happy, maybe to get it at the first takedown he shot,
Yeah.
because yeah, I think he's happy. Let's leave it at that. And hopefully, if you saw a Robin, you can get up easy as fast as possible. But I guess a guy like X Murder, who is really well run in every single place, is gonna be tough. I don't get the
Yeah.
block. That is low.
Yeah,
That's
he's
low.
just slowly and efficiently chipping away at that block. I like how he's mixing up the timing on this. He's not going crazy, and he's not,
Yeah.
falling into a rhythm that Axe Murderer can get one of those easy flick out, denials. But now he's into the full guard, so maybe he can get himself into a better position. But a good job there by Jones to get past that guard into the half guard position. Now trying to get that into side control, does so, drops a couple of elbows, but Gon's able to regain half guard. But a good sign thus far for Axe Murder War. When you go for the shot, you know, in the first minute of the fight and you get it, and you're able to keep the guy down there for a minute, it's got to give you a lot of confidence going forward. You know, for this fight, he's doing very well right now. Now he's in the full mount, raining down big shots, looking to finish, but not quite able to do so. He's getting some big damage in here, Kai.
Oh, true. Ah, beautiful sweet transition. There we go. There we go.
That might be exactly what the doctor ordered for Samurai Robin to turn this round around. We'll see if he has enough time to do some damage to maybe get this round in his pocket for the judges, but right now.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, I think Cyril Gane definitely has a striking advantage over John Jones. So yeah, like if you Axe Murder, you probably want to take this fight to the ground. There's 3 rounds, so you could lay on him if that's possible for like 2 more rounds. But against a guy like Samurai Robin, it's gonna not be easy. So I like the adjustments. I like the adjustments of Samurai Robin, just being more heavy on the takedown defense, because that's gonna play a big factor. If he's gonna be able, he's gonna be able to defend those takedowns. It's gonna play a big factor in this game.
And now he gets a huge denial, and he's postured up here looking to do some more heavy damage with these top position shots. And it's not looking great right now for Gane. Luckily for him, the round ends, but great first round there, I would think, for Axe Murderer. I think he's got to be happy with how that round went. How are you scoring that one, Kai?
You gotta give it, it's close round, but I think you just gotta give it to Axe Murder, but it won't be surprised if it's like a 10-10, so I don't know about that, but I slightly would give it to Axe Murderer. But here is where Robbie can do some damage, but
big front kick. He eats a front kick for his troubles. And what I'm seeing right now is Axe Murderer seems to be very content to just, you know, slow this fight down a little bit, work the body, throw some of these unorthodox, crazy axe kicks, and oh my God! Maybe he can just give a little sweet chin music there to wake people up. And now he's looking to finish this fight, and he does so. Great job done by Axe Murderer. Holy smokes! He looked like he was starting to slow down a little bit, find his rhythm, and then bam, just a huge spinning side kick right in the chin. And that's going to be what led to the ground and pound to finish this fight. A great performance by Axe Murderer. And for those who didn't see it, he was able to win the first fight. He did that one by submission, but this time he'll just take a flush knockout. But it was all on the heels of a very strong grappling assault. Once he was able to get the threat of the takedown into his opponent's mind, he was able to use his other weapons, such as, you know, those kicks and the length of Jones and that spinning side kick. And that really was all she wrote for Samurai Robin. A great way to kick off this main card, and a wonderful performance there from Axe Murderer Warkai.
Yeah, definitely. This put him definitely on notice, man, because that was a beautiful performance against a top level guy like Samurai Robin. So, yeah, if you Axe Murder, you were really happy with that performance and that W, man.
Yeah, I mean, you're always going to be happy with a win, but whenever you can do it, do it twice, because the first one didn't count. And then, you know, get a quality win on a big stage such as this. It's always a great feeling.
And now it's over. I will say that the first fight went to Axe Murder as well by Kimura submission. So, yeah, 2 times in a row, we got to even feel better. Like I said, Robin is a great player. He will be back in a big way for sure. But this night belongs to Axe Murderer War.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. And we're just waiting to get this next fight live. But yeah, a great performance again, as I said, from Axe Murderer War. Just able to use all the different tools at his disposal, and you know, really starting things off with that grappling, using that to soften up Gane, to take some of the wind out of those sails, and to get some damage in on that head health and to that block. It just really was a great foundation to set his offense up later on in the fight, and he was able to get that done, get that huge knockout. So great job to him. And I believe we're getting things set up. We're not quite ready for our next fight, but we can go ahead and talk about it. We've got LW Storm taking on late replacement JGzer. And Kai, what do you have for us on these fellas?
Oh, JGzer, man. JGzer has been here for such a long time, and for such a long time, he's an absolute veteran of this game just in general, man. So just seeing him, you know, getting back to it. I cannot wait, man. And I mean, in Storm, you got an upcoming young veteran, young star, who's trying to make a statement. And what way you can do it better against a veteran like JG's, man. So I think if he can get a W tonight, he's gonna be pretty happy about it.
Yeah, definitely. And I just want to take a second to give a quick shout out to Jay Jeezer. This guy is so involved in both this community and the ESFL community. And, he's always such a hard worker, just, gives us so much as far as always being there to help with production and wrangling and just always a delight to have around, man. So I just wanted to give that quick shout out to Jay Jeezer. He's always he's an invaluable part of this community. So thank him for all of his hard work next time you see him. And hopefully you'll get to thank him for putting on a good fight here soon. We're just waiting to see if these guys are getting their things set up. We're just trying to, make sure we get things.
Yeah,
If we need to, we might go on to the next fight. I might have to go ahead and do that. It looks like, yeah, our third fight is ready. So we're just going to skip our second one. We'll see if we can go back to them in just a moment. But for now, it looks like we've got our third fight, which is going to be Chief Den versus Joker C Carnage. And I am correct. These guys are in the lobby. And they are ready to go, so we're going to switch over to them. Kai, what can you give us on these gentlemen here? Joker Carnage and Chief Den.
Yeah, Chief Dan, man. Chief Dan, I mean, he's such a great player. I've seen him many fighting over many locations. Like I said, Joker Carnage as well, absolute veteran. I mean, this guy's he's so good, man. He's got some up and downs, He has some great wins. He has a few setbacks. So it's always nice to see him getting back to it, man. So I'm looking forward to his performance. And Chief Dan, man, he's want to make a statement as well.
Yeah, and that's one of the things with the fight game, right? A lot of these people have experienced the highest of highs and the lowest of lows because when you're on top of the world and you're winning, I mean, it just feels like everything is going your way, right? You just feel like everything that you throw is landing and everything is going perfectly, and it's always a great feeling. Your coffee tastes better in the mornings, your meals taste a little bit sweeter, but then whenever you're losing, it's just the exact opposite. You don't even want to talk to anybody. You don't want anybody to look at you. You carry that around, whether people, want to admit that or not. There's always a psychological aspect that comes into play whenever you're winning and whenever you're losing. So we're going to see which of these guys can get that rush of victory whenever this fight is over, who can get their hand raised. It looks like we're getting a Justin Gaethje versus Conor McGregor match. This could be very, very interesting. And with that, it looks like they are ready to go, Kai.
Oh, yes, sir. I'm looking forward to this one. Engaging against McGregor. Wow.
Yeah, we're going to see.
I mean,
expect a lot of leg
I don't know.
kicks.
I don't know if you're gonna. Yeah. I don't know if you're gonna make it against a corner, but if you can use it Gaethje well, and definitely use those leg kicks. I mean, well, Conor McGregor did got some buffed leg kicks held. It got lower quite a bit, so you wanna definitely work on those legs.
Yeah.
Hey, I hope I'm not too late to join the party here. What's going on, everybody?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey,
cuz?
Hey, in the pilot seat here today is Kai, and joined by, F the Man Hunter, joined by Kai, and now joined by me, I guess, for a little while because my internet decided to work a little bit. So I'm gonna help you guys out and talk about the fight here. And so far, it looks like it's a good first round.
Yeah, definitely. Always great to have you pop into the booth, cause and as we spoke on a moment ago, it looks like Carnage was starting to find a home for those leg kicks. But hey, who needs leg kicks when you can just get into the pocket and let your hands go, right?
Good exchange.
Absolutely.
It's one of those things I want to start to talk about the leg kicks, and he's like, forget about those. I'm just gonna throw hooks and uppercuts and go ahead and get a knockdown real quick. But I'm liking how he's sprinkling those in, and a great slip there to get the straight. He catches them with the uppercut. He's just trying to duck.
Big up kick in the get up.
That up kick might have saved Chief Den, but
making a statement.
He's in a lot of trouble right now as we get this fight started. We are a minute and a half into round one, and he's already been dropped twice. That's not a great place to be, especially against a monster like Justin Gaethje. So we're going to see what adjustments Chief Den can make here going forward, guys. Right now, both guys are trying to measure each other out and feel things. Gaethje connects with a nice lead hook there, but gets caught with an uppercut going to the body. And now Conor's just trying to find a hole for that uppercut. He's just firing it off at will, seeing if he can land one through that block. Gets a good head kick there. Catches Gaethje off the strike.
That head kick.
And now things are starting to get interesting. He's getting some of that damage back on Justin Gaethje. You got to be careful whenever you're in there with Conor McGregor because it only takes 1 or 2 of those shots to change things entirely. But now that leg health is starting to go, fellas, and it doesn't look like it takes much from Gaethje, right? He just drops a couple of those leg kicks in, and then leg health starts blinking. But a pull elbow will get that fixed real quick, won't it, fellas? Goodness gracious, these guys are off to a fast and furious pace here in round 1.
Oh, there's the rolling thunder there.
Able to catch him with it. Now he's looking like he's wanting to soften that block up a little bit. Huge pull uppercut there. Goodness gracious. It just seems like both these guys are starting to get the momentum, and then just a little slip, just gets a little pull, and then bam, catches him with a big shot. But another slip there. Now we're back on the feet. We're going to see who's going to be able to keep this advantage going because it's just, like I said, a pendulum with the momentum thus far, fellas.
Less than a minute left in round number 1. It is looking like a firefight. These two fighters have brought it all here, and we have 2 rounds left to go if they even make it to the buzzer. We'll see what happens, though, as the leg health, is flashing for McGregor.
Yeah, that left leg is, or excuse me, that right leg's in a lot of trouble. That was almost dangerous there, boys. It looked like he had the timing, but he didn't throw it. He was fainting because I guess he got. Oh my God!
Uppercut. Right as the round ends, saved by the bell.
So, fellas, how are you scoring that round?
Yeah, Gaethje.
I can't comment. That was too back and forth.
Yeah, I would say Gaethje, man.
I feel like Gaethje did get the better of the exchanges. Conor was able to reclaim some of the momentum there in the middle and towards the end of the round, but I feel like Gaethje had the beginning and then closed the end of that round out well by getting that knockdown there. I think that would be enough to steal it for him.
Nice. Oh.
But Conor's starting to find a home for those uppercuts, and now he's starting to throw with a little bit more reckless abandon here in the pocket. He might start to sense that he's behind a little bit, so he's wanting to get some of that damage back. He's throwing a lot of straight shots. We're going to see if Gaethje can get the reading and the timing on those to get that slip.
So what I like about it is that
huge uppercuts there, and now he's trying to find the hooks, but let's call it a big uppercut.
Frank, because this fight so far, I was about to say, I like the fact that Chief was throwing a lot of one straights. Then, of course, Joe Carnage, he tried to slip it, and then Chief realized it and threw a jab into a head kick. So he tried to catch him while, leaning to the side. And that's smart.
Yeah, both these guys setting traps, trying to tend to the traps that they're setting, while also not walking into the ones that their opponent is setting, like that pull elbow almost was there. It looked like it didn't quite do the damage that it could have, but it was very close. That one did, however. And that's the fight. Wow.
Wow.
I was about to say, if Gaethje would just go to that leg some more, he might have it, but too little, too late. Conor McGregor gets that slick 1-2 punch in for the KO.
I feel like the pull was the story of that fight, and then once Chief didn't found the timing on those pull elbows, he was able to get one to get that initial rock, and then he started throwing the uppercuts and the straights down the middle and just caught Gaethje before he was able to get any kind of recovery. Had huge vulnerability because he was already falling down, and yeah, that was just all she wrote. So great performance there by Chief Den. Had to walk through the fire and the flames to get that one. He earned every bit of that win. That was a vicious back and forth fight. I would say that thus far that would easily be our fight of the night, but we're only 2 fights in. We're gonna see if the fights that follow them can reach the bar that they have set. But an excellent performance there by those guys.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to see what Chief Den can bring to the table. He is a newcomer here in Season 3, as far as I know. And he's got a lot to live up to from the former top contenders of Season 2 and Season 1 that came before him. And he has certainly made his mark here tonight in this fight. We're going to look at the stats here. Wow, yep. There's the story right there.
Yeah.
The numbers don't lie.
It just seemed like, Gaethje was finding, Gaethje had better volume and was finding the shots, had, several knockdowns, but was just unable to close the show at the end of it. And, it's a bit unfortunate, but these things do happen sometimes. So, hats off to Chief Den and, Joker Carnage. Nothing to hang your head about. Good performance there, and we'll see him back. So, Now we're just waiting to get things set up
Absolutely.
for our next fight. This one is going to be, like I said, going back to the fight that we just skipped. It's going to be Storm versus Jay Jeezer. We're just getting everything going
Oh.
on their end. It looks like they are just about set up, so we're going to get all of our stuff set up so we can switch over to
And
them.
make sure if you guys like what you see here, make sure you give a like and subscribe to the UFL channel. Make sure you give a like and subscribe to Frank's channel at Frank No Streaming, is it?
Twitch.tv/Frank No Streaming. Yeah, go ahead and give me that follow.
Absolutely. Go give him a like and a subscribe. And make sure you give a like and a subscribe to the UFL channel as well. And make sure you join the Discord if you want to get in on this action and you think you can compete with these top contenders here in the UFL.
Yeah, so many people, it's easy to jump in the chat and be like, wow, I could do this and that to whoever, but showing up on fight day and actually doing it is a completely different story. So we'll see, if there's anybody out there who believes that they can step up to that challenge, we're happy to see you to come try. So please, by all
Absolutely.
means, give us a shout. Come look at us. Come look for us on Discord, and we'll get you in on
But
all of this fun.
we got an
But-
O'Malley versus Yan pick, guys. So
Exactly.
I wonder, who do you guys got?
Well, it all depends,
Wow.
right? It depends on
Yeah.
if Jay Jeezer's able to use the range and the length of O'Malley to try and get some of those kicks to maybe stay, at range from Piotr Jan. But Jan has so many tools and such power. We're gonna see if that's able to just overcome, anything
Yeah.
O'Malley's able to throw at him. But they
What do you
touch
think,
base.
Kai? Who's got this?
Yeah, I would say especially. I was
Ooh.
gonna say JG, so I'm probably gonna stick with JG. But I mean,
Ooh,
like, if
there's-
you can't use a Sean O'Malley not the right way, you
Oh,
should, then.
that
Going
hook
to
by
blow.
O'Malley, that lead hook by O'Malley is really pinpoint and precise.
Yeah, he's been finding a home for that right hook over and over and over again thus far in the opening minute of this fight. You got to wonder if he's trying to set him up for something or if he's just like, hey, if it's not broke, I'm not going to fix it. But now Storm is doing a good job of getting some pressure going. He's staying in the face of O'Malley. Not quite able to connect there on that combo, but good movement by Jay Jeezer to keep sticking and moving, staying to the outside. Does a good job there of avoiding that takedown. That might have been something that could have changed the tide for Storm, but right now Jay Jeezer's doing a great job of sticking and moving and not being there whenever his opponent tries to fire back right now, fellas.
Yeah, absolutely. Good back and forth so far by both competitors from what I'm seeing.
Yeah, definitely a good back and forth. It seems right now like Jay Jeezer's getting the better of these exchanges, though, just keeping constant, I don't want to say pressure because he's not quite in the face, but he's getting close, he's forcing reactions, he's making Storm move first, and then it's, he's finding those openings and asserting his own offense. So right now, things look like they're going according to plan for Jay Jeezer, but of course, it only takes one shot to dramatically change the complexion of any fight. So we'll see if Storm can find that shot. Good body kick there by O'Malley, and now he's able to reset that distance. He gets him into the clinch, gets that uppercut on the way out, gets a good slip there, and he's doing some good damage here on the inside and floating back out right now, fellas. Kind of picking Storm apart, to be honest.
Yeah, it is. I'm very impressed by the performance of JG so far. I mean, like, he is pretty young shooting for takedowns just because he's not gonna make it on the
Huge
feet.
uppercut there on the clinch as well. Yeah, he's got him. I don't want to say nervous because I don't really pretend I know what's going on in this man's head, but it looks like he's got him outside of his comfort zone. Like you said, he's got Piotr Jan shooting for takedowns consistently, seemingly. And
Oh gosh.
I understand wanting to mix your martial arts, but man, Jay Jeezer's doing a great job of just staying on top of him and keeping this pressure up. Now I will call it pressure because that's exactly what it is at this point. I mean, he's backing up a little bit, but he's still just pushing him against the cage, staying right in his face, making him move and making him react, right? I can't see what his stamina is looking like, but it looks like he's doing a lot of work to Jan's stamina while also, not working as hard himself. So it looks like, anyway, again, I can't see his stamina for sure.
Natural, and I'm wondering where JG's stamina because he's been offense and throwing shots. So sorry, he was throwing shots the moment that fight started.
Yeah, that was high intensity, high pressure, high volume through round one. So we're gonna see if that plays a part going forward. But so far, so good for Jay Jeezer, guys.
Yeah, if Jay Jeezer can keep up this pressure, I can see him coming out on top, at least with a decision, if not a finish. Oh, big front
Huge
kick
hit.
from O'Malley.
Oh,
Yeah, that was a huge front kick, but you know, well, I was about to say it looks like Storm is trying to crowd those kicks, but then he backs up a little bit, maybe not wanting to play around too much with the striking of JG's right now. It was a great job to get the hook off of the caught kick, but now both guys are content to trade body shots, and Storm's looking for that opening. You can kind of see it in his footwork. You can see he's looking to see when his moment's going to be so he can explode. Maybe trying to time one of those shots and get a huge counter and take back some momentum right now, guys.
Yeah, and the thing is, dealing with Sean O'Malley's long, lanky body, it's like it's really hard to manage the distance with when you have someone who really knows how to use him to his full potential.
Yeah. As we've said, he's doing a great job pushing his opponent back, but there's no range advantage on the ground, right? Like if Jan's on top of him, this is looking like it's going to be a good situation for him, especially if he can keep him here for 3 minutes. That would be a good way to get another round, get a round in the bank rather, and then put this fight on even footing going into the third. But holding Sean O'Malley down for 3 minutes is, you know, a taller order than it sounds. So we'll see if he's able to accomplish that and continue to get some of this ground and pound damage in.
Nice, there we go. Goes to Spa. Beautiful deny.
Yeah,
Top
great
out.
denial there. Good job now getting the top mount. We'll see if he can do some big damage to the block and to the head of JG's here. Good slip. Now he's got no stamina, so he can't deny that up transition. Good job there by JG's to get back to the feet. And we'll see if Storm's got a little bit more confidence on him now, you know, if he can continue to go forward, maybe try to get this fight back to the ground, because it seemed like he was going to be able to do a little bit of damage there for a moment.
Absolutely. Ooh,
Nice.
another one.
Right
another
hook.
left. Another
Once
lead
again.
hook.
Nice.
He's
Oh
giving
my
him
God,
fits
Rock
of
him off.
JG's,
energy.
Big uppercut, sits him down.
Wow. Why?
He
No,
lets him
finish
back
it.
up.
He didn't want to play around on the ground, I assume. I'm not sure. Maybe he didn't want to miss one of those strikes and end up, you know, in bottom mount. But still,
I mean,
a bit of
like-
a head scratcher there. You had him in a position where you could have possibly finished, but maybe he just felt more comfortable trying to get this done on the feet, because it seems thus far that he has an advantage in the striking. So we'll see if he can continue that. A minute left here in the second round. But
Ooh,
now
stiff
Storm is
jab
starting
by
to get that
Young.
pressure going. Yeah, it's starting to get some of those jabs, starting to stay in the face of O'Malley. Maybe he can crowd some of this offense. That body health starting to flash. Jay Jeezer's done a good job of mixing things up, going to the head, to the body, and now he's got
Oh
a
my
body
God.
rock
Jay
knocked down,
Jeezer.
looking like he's going to finish this fight right now, fellas.
Wow. Jay
That liver
Jeezer,
kick.
Good
man.
slip there by Storm. See if he can survive these last 15 seconds. Maybe, you know, just get a fresh reset going into round 3, because right now, this fight hasn't gone your way. I think he's down 2 rounds. I would think he needs a finish going into round 3. But we've seen crazier things. We've seen crazier things happen here in the UFL. So nothing is out of the realm of possibility. But if you're Storm, you definitely got to be looking for something big here in the 3rd round, right, fellas?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, Jay Jeezer never looked better, in my opinion, from what I've seen so far inside the UFL, man.
This is one of his best performances that I can recall seeing
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. Wow, I'm truly impressed by his performance.
It
I mean,
seems
like,
like
he put it
everything-
on Jan.
It seems like everything that he's throwing is being set up by that lead right hook.
Woo.
He's landed that time and time again throughout this fight. There it is again, doubled up on it. And like I said, it just seems like that is the start and stop of his offense. And hey, if it's working, why not? You know, gets him with another one there.
True. Wow, look at the pressure.
He's using it almost
It's
as a
crazy,
jab, but it hits a
man.
lot heavier than a jab. So he's got a good setup punch, and now he can throw those
Oh.
straights. And he's just got him worried about all kinds of stuff now. Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
this is
Goodness, this could be it.
clinical.
Wow. Hey,
Jay
this
Jeezer's
is
putting
this
on an
performance of
excellent
the night for
performance
sure.
right now. Yeah, I mean,
Easily.
Oh, rock him with that
Look
body
at
knee on the
this.
exit.
Wow, well, I can't honestly believe what I'm seeing right now.
yeah, this is a stable
Ooh,
performance
Strowman's
thus
getting
far for Jay
bullied.
Jeezer.
She's getting dominated.
Right now, this is definitely, as you said, Jay Jeezer's best performance to date. I'd say a performance of the night thus far as well. And
Oh, big
he's not quite
uppercut.
done yet, but I mean, it looks like he's just putting the finishing touches on this one at this point. He's got him where he wants him, and then that left hand is going to put the bow on top. Jay Jeezer,
Oh
welcome
my
to the
God.
show. What a fantastic performance,
Get out
pillar to
of
post.
here,
That was
man.
that was a domination, guys. That was a beating. Let's
Man.
call it what it is. That was a fantastic
That
performance by
was
Jay Jeezer. It seemed
incredible.
like from the beginning he was all offense, and picked his shots well, landed time and time again, landed big damage, and just seemed like he got out to a lead early and had no intentions of letting that slip. So congratulations to Jay Jeezer. Good fight there by LW Storm. Didn't go his way this time, but you know, we're sure he'll get back into the lab and get back to it and try to get a W on his next time out. So hats off to both of those guys. These fights are flying by. We've got 2 left, and
Is it Perp Dog versus UFC Turkey next?
that is correct. We've got Perp Dog versus UFC Turkey. Let me just make sure.
Ooh, some newcomers.
Yeah.
Well, not really newcomers now.
Not anymore. It looks like we're going to have to mute one of those streams, and Cause, you're probably going to have to assess a demerit because there is some music, but we can deal with that later. As for now, it looks like these gentlemen are just about ready to go. They are in the welterweight division. Looks like we're going to get a Stephen Thompson versus Jorge Masvidal. These guys are 4-3 against each other with the slight advantage going to Perp Dog. So curious to see if Turkey's able to even that one up under the bright lights of the UFL, or if it's going to be more of the same. I'm interested to see how this fight plays out.
Absolutely. Let's see what they got.
I mean,
These top
Turkey, man,
competitors have
he's
fought
been on the
through the
radar.
prelims and the undercard to make it to the main card, and here they are, ready to go.
Okay. I'm going to
Yeah, that's what I say.
volume back
Like
on just so
UFC
we
Turkey
don't
has
do
been. UFC Turkey has been on the radar from like the EFL, Prime Time, and now the UFL. Man, this guy has been on a truly run so far, and he's doing a great job.
Yeah,
Oh,
UFC
wow,
Turkey
some
out to
history.
continue building the legacy, as it were. Things start off with
Yeah.
a good body kick from Thompson, and he doubles up on that.
Nice.
Yeah, good 2-piece there from Jorge. Good job catching that kick, and now he's trying to get some offense. Both guys looking to find the range. Good front kick there from Masvidal. Just out of range there was Perp Dog, and UFC Turkey tries to get the wheel kick early. I like the aggressiveness starting things off, fellas.
Nice.
Both guys trading in the pocket. Masvidal looking to mix things up to the body as well. Oh, huge wheel kick right there.
Just eats that wheel kick.
Oh, but the left hand hit even harder. And now Thompson's got an early rock, and now he's possibly got a head health deficit to worry about. So maybe you got to worry about getting too comfortable in the pocket against the Jorge Masvidal. Those hands are fast and they are heavy. So you got to be in and out whenever you're using somebody like Stephen Thompson.
Not true. You gotta be in and out real quick. Real quick.
Yeah. And Thompson's got tools to do that. He's got that unique blitz whenever you throw the moving 1-2. A good spinning back fist there by Masvidal. It looks like he's starting to find himself into he's starting to get into that flow right now, fellas. He caught that kick, gets a good spinning elbow off of it. The elbow hit him so hard that it lagged the stream a little bit, but we're back in action. Huge right hand there from Thompson, but it doesn't look like his shots are landing with the same pop that Masvidal's are, and I guess that's the speed versus power debate. But he's getting some good shots in. It's just a matter of Turkey's getting good shots in, and they're landing just a bit heavier at this point in time. Good spinning back kick there. Maybe that'll slow down the offense of Turkey a little bit. And Perp Dog's starting to find himself at a little bit of a stamina advantage. You can see that he's really ripping the body, making a point of slowing down Masvidal a little bit so he can start to get the better of some of these exchanges later on in the fight.
Yep, he's making the investment early, hoping that it'll pay off later.
Putting water in the basement, like Uncle Teddy says. And Masvidal hit
another
that
body
to throw
hook.
some of those uppercuts. We're going to see if he can time one of those. He was just off there, but he might have found possibly the secret recipe to getting rid
Big
of that.
knockdown.
Yeah, a huge spinning back kick there. Uppercuts won't help that one.
And now we're starting to see the difference in the stamina bar from those body shots.
Yeah, it's really starting to make itself apparent. Perp Dog has had some trouble here in this first round, but he's not done having trouble, apparently. I was about to say, if he can keep things going at this pace, if he can survive this first round, things might start to look up for him as this fight goes on. But the block has taken a lot of damage, and that head health is a bit worrying. That said, he's doing some good damage to the body of UFC Turkey and starting to drop that stamina a little bit. But will Masvidal find the shot to the head that he needs before he loses that energy?
He shows respect. Nice. Great first round.
Yeah, definitely a great first round. Both these guys came to fight. They brought it, through all 5 minutes of that first round. Very back and forth. Some good highlights on both sides. I think, though, based on damage, I would give round 1 to UFC Turkey. What are you fellas thinking?
I think you would be not correct.
Crazy.
Oh, well then.
I mean,
don't know.
I would personally give it to Purple Urkel. It's pretty pretty close.
It's definitely very close. And I feel like Purple Urkel is definitely finding the, like I said, he's finding success with more regularity. It just doesn't seem like his shots are landing as hard, you know? See? None of his shots were doing that.
Frank called it, and I didn't listen, and now I just got to eat my own words.
Here I am trying to tell y'all, man. Those hands of Masvidal are nothing to play around with. And like I said, Perk Dog was finding the target with more regularity. He was landing more. And he had better volume, and I feel like, you know, he was landing really good shots. It's just, it seemed like every time Masvidal was landing, it was doing more damage to that head health. And, you know, he did a lot of damage to the chin in round 1. And by the time round 2 was getting started, I just think he was already behind the 8 ball just a little bit too much for it to matter very much going forward. But great performance there by both guys. It was super
let's
even,
see the numbers.
I was talking, oh, okay, yeah, let's go back and see the numbers. Well, they've already got
I
them on
guess
screen now
we did.
before I could transition back. But
It's okay.
the total strikes, Perk Dog actually had 43 to Turkey's 49. So Turkey actually did outstrike him and land the more significant shots. I mean, they landed the same amount of significant shots. It was 20 on both sides. But at the end of the day, the shots that Turkey landed just did more damage, and he was just able to get that victory. So hats off to him. Congratulations. And, wow. Jorge's got a lot of power. Moving on.
That's an uppercut from hell, man. He
Yeah.
hit him so hard on the chin with that.
Yeah, he caught him with the perfectly placed uppercut at the perfect time. And speaking of time, it is time for our main event. And this should be
Oh, here we
fireworks,
go.
fellas. We've got the fantastic striking of EK Dino taking on Josh Ray, who has shown himself to be a bit of a striker himself, a la Willem Dafoe. But these guys are going to be fighting in the featherweight division, and I, for one, can't wait to see how this thing plays out. Looks like we've got an ALDO Jung fight on the horizon. And I would love to see this fight again someday, but I just don't think it's going to happen because I don't think either of those guys are the same guys that they were when they fought the first time. That's not to say either of them have, you know, lost too many steps. It's just both of those guys were world beaters at one point in time. That said, I'd still love to see them go at it again here in their renaissance periods later in life. But,
Did they fall?
huh?
Did Aldo and Jung fight in real life?
Yeah, they fought, I think 2011, 2012, somewhere in there. It was early in the featherweight days of the UFC. They fought pretty well back and forth, and I think Jung dislocated his shoulder at the end of round 2 or 3. I don't remember which. But he dislocated his shoulder, and that ended up ending the fight. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Round 1, here we go.
They touched gloves, and we're underway. History
Oh yeah,
lessons are done.
It was August 4th, 2013, UFC 163 main event. Yes, sir. It says here right here KO TKO in the fourth round after 2 minutes.
Okay, so our history lesson is not done, and I had some facts misremembered, but we've got that. We've got that handled. Now these guys are getting to it in this virtual octagon today, right here, right now, and yeah, these guys are not worried about getting to know each other. That said, Dino looks like he's starting to try to find some reads on the head movement. Gets him into the clinch here.
And we all know Josh
Nice.
Ray has been here before. He's been here since season 1, an active competitor since the very beginning here. So there's nothing he hasn't seen in this octagon.
Yeah, and he's managed to impress me in each season. You know, he seems to always show the best version of himself. You know, every time out, whenever he fights. Good right hook there by Jung in the pocket.
Ooh.
Now starting to find some timing on those leg kicks. That was a great. I like that sequence there, throwing the lead teep into the switch kick from Aldo. And that's one of the things I was just about to mention about EK Dino. This guy is a puzzle with his striking. One of the best Israel Adesanya players I've seen in this game, to be honest. I mean, that's everybody withstanding. This guy's creativity and his ability to mix in feints is just so aesthetically pleasing from the commentator booth, puzzling and annoying inside the octagon on the other side of him, I would have to imagine.
Oh, I imagine
that's
so.
true, definitely.
And
This man is a magician.
Here in round number 1, the good back and forth right now, trading blows here.
Yeah, both guys are mixing things up, changing levels. A good uppercut there by Dino. He could have done some major damage there. But both guys changing the levels up, being unpredictable with their striking. Both guys, you can tell, are trying to set things up for later in the fight.
Ooh,
But,
stiff jab from Dino.
yeah, good jab and following it up with the body hook there. And you hear one of the corners calling for the takedown. I was just about to say, I wonder if either of these guys is going to try and grapple at any point in this fight, right? Because Jung, I would think, would have the advantage on the ground just because his submission stat is crazy good. Oh, that leg kick is huge there.
Leg kick.
Jung's leg kick. Josh Ray is going to have to switch stances here. Now fighting a southpaw fighter is Dino. This could work out to his advantage going forward.
Yeah, this might be great things for Dino. If he can start to do damage on that other leg as well, then that won't be good for Jung going forward. He's going to lose some of that power. He's going to lose a lot of that movement, and well, he just won't have a leg to stand on in this fight. But we're going to see if Josh Ray is able to make the requisite adjustments to avoid those leg kicks going forward, and also we're going to see how good he is from southpaw. We'll see. That might be a hidden weapon of his. It might be something that he's had in the bag, and we're not privy to it yet. We just got to see how this fight plays out. These guys are giving us a good show so far through round 1. What are y'all seeing from this one, guys?
I am seeing the classic Aldo leg kicks doing its magic here.
Right.
That's what I see.
Yeah, just almost just vintage Aldo, if you ask me.
Ooh.
Vintage Aldo.
Those leg kicks are
Nice.
doing some damage.
They are, but it looks like Josh Ray is trying to crowd those kicks and time those with either a straight right hand or a big hook. Did a great job there getting the 3-piece off whenever Aldo was going for it. Now we've got a bit of a firefight. Josh Ray is starting to apply some pressure. He's walking forward, and now things are getting very interesting, gentlemen. He's starting to do some damage to the block. He's starting to even up the head-held differential. And now we see Dino fighting off of his back foot a little bit. We'll see if he can be as effective. But he's still mixing in those leg kicks, still mixing in the uppercuts. This is a good fight, guys.
Oh, no, definitely. I mean, like, this has been a back and forth so far easily. And, yeah, I would say that, of course, the fight so far is going more Dino's way, but don't count Josh Ray out, man.
Exactly.
Because that guy's a warrior.
Yeah, do not sleep on either of these competitors. That's the thing. Even whenever it looks like one of them's got it in hand, both these guys are so good. They can come back at any minute, It just, you never know what you're going to see. Until I see Herb Dean waving his hands, this fight is not over. A good offensive flurry there from Josh Ray.
I forget, was this for a title? Or was this a
I
non-title?
think so. This was a vacant title.
Vacant title?
The Gavin War that left. So,
All
Huge
right.
uppercut there. Listen, cause we'll let you divvy up the belt situation after the fight. We can get all that handled. We can figure out all the logistics afterwards. Right now, let's just watch these guys scrap, man. And there, Josh Ray looked like he might have attempted the first takedown of the fight. I was curious to see if and when somebody decided to try and take this fight to the ground. Wasn't successful there, but keep an eye on that one. Go ahead and put your bookmark there. See if we're gonna see that later on in the fight.
Absolutely. Ooh, big uppercut there by Josh Ray. Trying to rally back from those heavy leg kicks by Dino.
Yeah,
Seeing what he can do.
Josh took some big leg damage there in round 1, and he, was getting hit in the head pretty good too. But it seems like here in round 2, he's taking the initiative. He's doing a good job of walking forward, trying not to give Aldo the room and the space to throw those kicks at will. He's also just doing a great job of firing off 2, 3, 4 shots in the pocket. As I'm talking about him doing a good job, he gets hit, but that's how it goes. But he was doing a good job of firing off shots in the pocket whenever Aldo was trying to get his own offense going. It seemed like he was able to stun him out of some of those animations. But that said, Dino's fighting back. He's starting to try to get his own rhythm back and try and steal this round here in the closing seconds. A huge uppercut there as he was going to the body. Could have done a lot more damage, as we've seen done, if he got a little bit more into the body shot animation. But, you know, perhaps fortunately for Josh Ray, he will live to fight on. And looks like we're going to go into round 3 here, fellas. Great fight thus far. I've got it at 19 apiece. What are you guys thinking?
I would have it the same. What about you, Kai?
I think, yeah, I would agree with that. I think it would make sense. It would make sense at the moment as well.
Right now, Dino's looking to continue where he left off with those leg kicks. Not quite able to get it. And as I just said, pull your bookmarks out, folks. We got that takedown. It came a lot sooner than I thought it would, actually. But now he's got time to work here in round 3. He's got top position with Korean Zombie. Aldo's got a good bottom game. Let's not get it twisted. You know, it's nothing to sleep on. But he doesn't have quite the same submission offense from his back that somebody like Zombie would have, per se. And Zombie's also got a good number of submissions from the top. We're going to see if Josh Ray can try to find himself in a position to implement one of those. Looking to get some of these fakes, get some grapple advantage, maybe just put some things in Dino's head. And now he's got the postured up, did a little bit of damage, goes right back down into the full guard. And right now he's just looking for an opening.
Nice
but
sweep.
Dino, yeah, exactly, takes advantage of his own opening, gets that sweep. Now he's got top position. 3.5 minutes here to work in the round, fellas.
Yeah, nice. I mean, like so far, yeah, I think Dino has been dominant and all step of the way in this fight so far.
Yeah, does a good job getting him back into side control, just holding him where he wants to, gets a good denial there. Now he's doing some real damage with these elbows. He's able to avoid the crucifix there, but yeah, I was about to say Josh Ray is not in the best position right now. Now both guys are trading some ground and pound, trying to get that grapple advantage. Aldo moves into the full mount, but Zombie's able to get back into the half guard. And right now, Dino's looking like he's just content to do some damage here from the top, just bank this round. And he doesn't mind having this fight on the ground. You know, he doesn't seem to be in any rush to get back to his feet. He's cool to just hang out here, do some big ground and pound damage from the top position, and let this round go. And to be honest, I don't blame him. It seems like it's working out well so far. And, you know, Josh Ray was finding his rhythm in round 2. He took this fight to the ground in round 3, but is that turning out to be a mistake? We'll see here, you know, as the round plays out. In the guard, Zombie's got a lot of options from his back. He can go to rubber guard or attack a number of submissions. He's also got the twister from here. So even if you are on top with Aldo, you've got to be careful at all times, right?
True.
Absolutely.
You can't just be reckless on the ground.
Yeah, a jiu-jitsu practitioner also is Aldo, as ex-Josh Ray gets him in a submission attempt here. Let's see what he can do with it.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's gonna be able to get
35
much.
seconds left in round number 3, though. It might not be enough time, but he could get an escape.
Yeah, Aldo looks like his submission defense is going to hold up here, but I mean, the submission offense of Josh Ray is so high level that he might be using this to kind of gauge what Dino does in those situations, right? He might want to attack one of those later on, and now he might have figured out a pattern or so, you know, as it were. We'll see. We'll just have to see how it goes down the road. I'm giving that round to Dino. What are you fellas thinking? Also,
Yeah, I think it will be a 4-0 for Dino.
I was talking about how Dino seemed to have, not Dino, how Josh Ray seemed to have found a rhythm in round 2, but whenever I saw the numbers, it looked like Josh Ray got outstruck in that second round. So interesting to see, you know, what the eyes tell you as opposed to what the numbers do. But that right hand might make all those numbers irrelevant. If he can get this fight finished right here, we don't even have to worry about scorecards and numbers or fight statistics or any of that good stuff. Josh Ray, of course, does not want that to happen, so he's trying to find his own offense as he fires back, getting some good left hands in there.
We are in the championship rounds here of this
Huge
title
left hook
fight
there.
of potential 5 rounds. He gets rocked by Aldo.
kick. Gets rocked by Aldo, pushes him up against the fence after catching the kick. Now Aldo's got him up against the fence. This is not
But
good
I'm
for Josh
impressed
Ray.
by the way these guys control their own stamina. They 4 rounds in the books, and just look at their own stamina, man.
Yeah, after 4 rounds of fighting, they have done
Yeah.
very impressive jobs, as you said, with the stamina management. Good denial there to get back into the full guard by Josh Ray. We'll see what he looks to do off of his back here. 3.5 minutes to work. I know he doesn't want to, lather, rinse, repeat last round where Aldo spent, the majority of it on top doing his own damage. So we're going to see what he can do to either look for a submission attempt or get back to the top. He went for that cheeky twister attempt there. I saw you. You almost got it. But Aldo's hip to it and is able to get that denial. And now both guys just, again, looking to get that grapple advantage. Aldo gets into the side control, and now he's just content to hang out here as long as Josh Ray lets him.
Yeah, all he has to do here is ride out the clock at this point.
Or get into the crucifix and drop some more massive elbows. That could also.
Yeah, that works too.
I've seen a guy do it once or twice, right? Like,
he
to have
might
decent
beat his way to a
effectiveness.
championship here.
But he goes into the top now.
Wow, you want to dominate Josh Ray. I think you definitely want to make a statement. Ooh, I almost got a twist there.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow, both
guys
with no stamina there on both those denials.
Exactly. Both of them showing they're savvy with the ground game, getting those denials there. But now Dino's able to get into a dominant position. He's landing some of those elbows from side control, and goodness gracious, man. It's starting to look like it might be the beginning of the end for Josh Ray.
Yeah.
EK Dino's putting on an absolute clinic of a performance thus far. Gets caught with that head kick, though, and you see the head health starting to flash, and you remember, oh, he doesn't just have mountains of head health, right? Like, it's not like this fight is just completely out of reach. A couple of well-placed combinations from Josh Ray could really change the tide here. Goes for the head kick there, but not quite able to get through the defenses, and now things are starting to look bad. Both legs are toast, and there's 30 seconds left in the 4th round. It's starting to look pretty bad for Josh Ray, but that's why they fight.
Nice punch combo by Josh Ray, though.
Yeah, exactly. He's still just showing a lot of heart, marching forward, just honestly throwing caution to the wind, right? You got to just start firing, because it looks like at this point you're probably going to need a finish in the 5th round. And it's not completely out of reach. It's just you've got to manage your own head health so well, because, man, both of these guys are taking so much punishment. But it has been EK Dino who has gotten the majority of these exchanges to go his way. And we're going to see if that continues here in the 5th and final round. Everything hangs in the balance here. A huge uppercut there. It looks like he's trying to finish this off right now, guys.
Oh, my God.
Mixing things up with the fence. Goes for the body teep into the question mark kick. And now he's just... looks like he's just messing with his head some. He's trying to stay defensively responsible, throwing some of these slick head movement sequences. Huge leg kick there, and both those legs are trashed.
Ooh.
But it doesn't stop him from throwing them. And he switches just in time to get the right leg rocked as well. This is a very back and forth affair, but goodness gracious, you're starting to think that Aldo's got the upper hand, and just when you think it, Josh Ray comes up top with a huge counter elbow. Both these guys are just fighting on instinct and feelings right now, but goodness gracious, he is chopping those legs down. And I mean, you got to give him credit. He's got heart, but heart doesn't buy legs, and you need legs to walk somebody down. Dino might be in the driver's seat,
living up to his name, though, Korean Zombie still walking forward after all this time, after all this damage. This is absolutely insane to witness.
Absolutely. He's just charging for it. He's trying with everything he's got. There is no quit in him.
This
and
could
it doesn't
be
look like there's much consciousness left in him at this point either.
This is game over.
Oh, wow. That defense, though.
Great defense, but Dino just lets him back up. And now,
he's gonna just
oh, my God, in heaven! You have a visitor. He's knocking at the door. Let him in. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Korean Zombie is doing his best Bob Dylan impression. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Oh,
UFL fans, get on your feet. You have your first inaugural Season 3 champion, EK Dino.
Oh, my goodness. Catches him with the double knee as he was going for the elbow. A beautiful counter shot to end a beautiful performance. I mean, goodness gracious. Josh Ray really brought everything that he had. He threw everything that he could, but unfortunately, the pace, the pressure, the leg kicks of EK Dino were just too much for him to handle. And oh, wow. When we look at the judges' scorecards, he didn't have anything to worry about.
4-0.
That fight seemed super close, and then you look at the numbers, and just apparently it wasn't. So Dino with a sneaky domination, if we're being honest. I mean, I I thought the fight was much closer, but you know, I mean, whenever I actually sit and think about it, yeah, I can see that because Dino was landing
Yeah.
big shots to the legs, to the head. He was, I mean, he was all over the place, man, and that was a fantastic fight, a fantastic card. I'm glad that we were able to get that through. We had some technical difficulties in the beginning, and I apologize for those. But once we were able to get everything rolling and underway, I had a great time. What about you, fellas?
Absolutely. And
So am I. Yeah.
yeah, like thank you all for sticking through it, even though we had some technical difficulties figuring out how we can have more than one streamer here, so we can give you guys a more consistent schedule here in the UFL, the premier league for the ESFL.
Exactly.
And I mean, we had a great time here despite the little hiccups.
Exactly. So, for Cause of Death and Kai, aka Hamzat Chimaev sunglasses emoji, I have been Frank No Streaming, aka F the Manhunter, and we will see you guys on the next UFL Fight Night. You guys take it easy.